Well, Bills fans, oof, that's a tough one. Now, I know that Josh Allen grew up playing Madden religiously, and now he's going to be the first Bill player on his own to be on the cover of Madden. And we know about the Madden jinx, but we're not going to say anything about it because it doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, it's something he always wanted. You know, his Madden rating started in the 70s. Now he's up to the 90s. He's coming off a season, well, you know, started over with great expectations. And then, you know, Damar Hamlin, who is back playing fully. Gumbushev said he's back. I said, dude, you know, he went to closure on his career. He had to have closure on his career. He needed it. He wanted it. It had to happen. And then now Josh Allen is on the cover of Madden. I wonder what Josh was thinking about this. Is this a good thing? The Bill fans, does Bill Mafia think this is a good thing? I don't know. It's interesting, I'll say that much. He even said when he played in high school that he would be the Niners' his favorite team, and Ken Dorsey, who's now his OC with the Bills, was who he would put in as quarterback for Jeff Garcia. I mean, wow. And now he's on the cover. It's a really cool shot, to be honest with you. You know, he's in the stands. They're going crazy. And he's got this great look on his face. I don't know if that's a fabricated or a real picture, but it looks pretty damn good in my opinion. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's got to be a bad taste in the teams. You know, Sean McDermott, I feel like he's coaching for his Bills' future right here. I mean, I feel like, I know last year a lot of stuff happened, and the year before they were the best team in football that didn't even make it to the goddamn championship game. But that happens some years where the best team doesn't even make it. They're great teams that just, the ball doesn't fall their way and everything. But I feel like, you know, and I don't feel like there's a window for Josh Allen, but I might feel like there's a window for McDermott. Like, you know, you start tuning out coaches. Like, there's a point where you don't listen to them anymore. You just kind of, their voice isn't as strong as it used to be. What did Bumble sent me something? You know, he said the I almost said Ted Knight, but he sent me something. The coach of Augie Garrido, who was the Bobby Knight of baseball, he's screaming at his team saying, you don't get fucking picked off first base. You know, you'll go home 50 minutes, forget about this game, but I never will. He starts jumping up and down, swearing at the players. And I know he was one of the winningest coach ever in college baseball. He was a god. But I also feel like, you know, and jumping up and down, you talk about kids in college, and back then they weren't really getting paid like, you know, I mean, they were getting paid whatever. But, you know, you're talking to college athletes, and yeah, you know, he goes, you don't care about this, you'll forget about it. I never forget about this, screaming, ranting, going on, and you F-bomb after a while, it doesn't mean anything. You know, I mean, you just keep swearing, and yelling. Well, after a while, everybody just shuts you out. And I just looked at it, I go, you know what, I almost started laughing in a way, because here's a grown, older man jumping up and down, yelling at us. I remember there was a coach in high school we had, and he goes, you know, this is going to affect you for the rest of your lives and everything. And we're like yelling at us and everything. We were like, what? Like, you know, this is, you know, you're never going to amount to anything, you know, if you don't succeed. He just was going on and on. And I think I was a freshman. I wasn't even playing the team, but we were like the freshman or JV. And he was yelling, the varsity didn't play a good game. And that, you know, we'd regret this the rest of our lives. And, you know, and I just was like, really, dude? I mean, you're going there with a bunch of kids who most of us are 14, 15 years old, maybe 17 tops, and that's supposed to motivate us? And I listen, you can yell at me, you know, you have a bad game, whatever, but then going after us and saying that, you know, I guess he's saying, you know, it's easier to look at as an adult than it is a child, you know, because you can look back and think, if I'd done things differently, you know, if I would have played high school football, that's the thing I always regret. But looking back, would I have had more concussions? Oh, a lot. But, you know, you think, you know, if you know now what you knew then, what would you do? And looking back, I think he could have went a different way about it. You know, just being like, hey, you know what? You got to go all, you know, you're here and we're here, you know, you got to be in the moment kind of thing. And these things carry over. That I could see saying. But the way he said it to us, like, we're going to be like, we're failures the rest of our lives and everything it came out as, I was like, yeah, it's not going to work. And my coach stomping up and down, that's not going to work either. But yeah, I digress a little bit. Yeah, see, I just keep looking at this picture, and I love Josh Allen. I mean, one college scholarship out of high school, goes to Wyoming, gets picked in the first round, and then improves and becomes this phenomenal football player, does everything in the field. He's fun to watch. He's dating Hallie Steinfeld, supposedly, allegedly. Who knows? He's having a good time. Yeah. Jason, I'm glad we got to talk about San Diego yesterday. Lost last night. Seattle broke a 3-game losing streak. I mean, 1 run yesterday. I mean, not getting it done, man. So the shirts did not help with the streak. It did not. Yankees lost. Mets lost their 4th straight, tied for the most this season. Their 6.5 games out of first place. Bumble sent me something that Lindor should be sent to benched. I'm like, guy plays every day. Who are you going to put in at shortstop? 11 home runs, 42 RBIs. He keeps going with the number. I'm like, I get it. He's making a lot of money. But who are you putting in? It's the whole team. They didn't get a hit after the 4th inning yesterday. They're up 4-1, and they lose 6-4 yesterday to the Braves. And then after he had a home run, Alonso, this guy Elder was pitching for the Braves. I guess he was yelling at Elder. Well, Braves got the last laugh, and it's always about throwing it back, making noise. It's all about, that's what the world is now. We got to make noise. We got to throw it back in each other's faces. That's how we have to do things. Like, we can't just be modest in how we do things. We got to, put it up on social media. It's all about, one-uppance, being the, I don't even know how to say it. What I mean is that sometimes it's just like, you got the win, walk away. But that's, it's social media, and everybody's on social media too much. We're all on way too much our phones. Everybody walks around. I mean, today it's crazy. I'm looking out my window, and I was going out this afternoon, and the air quality's so bad. Harris texted me, said, wear a mask outside today, and I got to go train later, and the air quality's terrible. I mean, it's like orange.